Bounty Killer was one of the most aggressive dancehall stars of the 90s, a street tough rude boy with an unrepentant flair for gun talk. There were many other facets to his music: condemnations of corrupt authorities, collaborations with hardcore hip-hop artists, tributes to his mother, and ongoing DJ rivalry with Beenie Man. But his main persona was so dominant that many fans instantly associated him with his more violent material. With such seeming contradictions to his personality, his image in Jamaica was not unlike that of Tupac in America, though of course he was a far less tragic figure. Making his name in Jamaica during the early 90s, Bounty Killer was working extensively in the pop crossover territory. By the end of the decade, he retained his hard edge no matter what the musical context. The story of Rodney Basil Pryce, OC Bounty Killer, next on Jamaican Biography. People fascinates me, always have. Behind every big name Jamaican, I wondered, what is their story, motivation, dreams and aspirations? I want some amazing facts, childhood memories, achievements and disappointments. I wonder where they get their drive. Jamaican Biography gives me all of that and more. Welcome to the journey.
Jamaica, 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 Jamaica.
When Killer tell me that 2007, I don't think no other artist can tell me nothing else. Me no want it from nobody else.
Jamaican dancehall giant Rodney Basil Pryce, aka Bounty Killer, was born on June 12, 1972 in the Kingston ghetto of Trenchtown. One of 9 children, he spent much of his childhood in another ghetto, Riverton City, which was built on the former city dump. His family later moved to the Rough Seaview Gardens area. Bounty Killer was inspired by his late mother, who he affectionately calls Miss Ivy. He is very fond of her due to the sacrifices she made for him and his siblings. He once said that though his mother had many opportunities to go abroad, she did not for the sake of her children. His father owned a small sound system and he first tried his hand at DJing when he was only 9 years old. At 14, he nearly fell victim to the gun violence he would later document so thoroughly in his music. While walking home from school, he was hit by a stray bullet from a gun battle between rival political factions. Fortunately, he made a full recovery and soon began performing under the name Bounty Hunter for area sound systems like Metro Media, Bodyguard and Stereo Tool. Meanwhile, he and his friends hung around King Jammy's recording studio hoping to catch a break. Pryce eventually recorded with King Jammy, the first session being in spring 1992.
See you there, Bounty Killer. It's a burger. Are you better dancing? I use a wave and do the wave. Bounty Killer, check.
One of his first tunes was a Copper Shot, which King Jammy was unwilling to release due to its lyrics glorifying guns. Jammy's brother, Uncle T, disagreed and released a single himself. Still working under the name Bounty Hunter, one of his early tunes, Dub for Dub, became a huge dancehall hit as sound system used it in clashes. He subsequently changed his name to the fiercer and less common Bounty Killer and accordingly ratcheted up the confrontational tone of his lyrics. He had a breakthrough year in 1992 with several major hit singles, the biggest of which were Copper Shot, which was also an underground hit in New York, and the anti-informant Spy Fi Die. Other songs from this era included Guns Out, New Gun, Kill for Fun, Gunshot for Informer and Lodge. Many of them appeared on Bounty Killer's debut album Jamaica's Most Wanted, which was released in 1993 and later issued internationally under the somewhat deceptive title Roots, Reality and Culture after a socially conscious hit that he had in 1994. Also in 1993, Bounty Killer's lyrical feud with rival Beenie Man first flared up in an onstage clash. Possessing similar vocal deliveries, each claimed the other was an imitator, and that sparked a rivalry that has lasted nearly his entire career. By the end of 1995, in order to set a positive example, a prominent radio DJ had effected a truce between Bounty Killer and Beenie Man, although it would continue to flare up periodically at concerts and on records down the years. Bounty has had heated rivalries with several other top DJs including Merciless, Supercat, Vybz Kartel, Sizzla and Ninja Man throughout his career.
about me on the scooter. Yes, I've been used. I have a bus in the future. I have a bus. I come take it.
With the Jamaican government starting to crack down on violent lyrics in live performances, Bounty Killer began to broaden his subject matter into streetwise social commentary, most notable on the perceptive drug trade chronicle Down in the Ghetto that became the title track for his next album issued in 1995. Over the next year, he enjoyed one of his hottest streaks as a hitmaker in Jamaica as he released one popular song after another, a smash duet with Sanchez called Searching, the hip-hop flavored chart topper Cellular Phone, Smoke the Herb, and the anti-censorship Not Another Word, the maternal tributes Mama and Miss Ivy Larson, Action Speaks Louder Than Words, Book Book Book, and No Argument, the last of which was the title track for another album. He increased control over his output in 1995 by leaving Jammy.
Me, Dandamite, Kochi, Daily Bread, Bramwell, Elephant Man, Aritadla came from Waltham nearby, but he wasn't a Seaview kid, but everybody thought he was from Seaview. So they just have it as a bunch of Seaview youth, so they started calling us the Seaview family. And I never liked that name for a group. It wasn't a stage name, so I changed it to Scare Them Crew. Because I had Scare Them Production Priceless Record. That's what I started out recording. And the reason why I created the label is because Jammies was not giving the attention to Bramwell and Daily Bread and Dandamite and Kochi and Aritadla and Elephant as I expected. Because they was the one who there giving me the encouragement and helping me make songs, and they always did their vibes in with me when I do my dub plate. They carry background, harmony and all those things. So it was Dandamite who even encouraged me to come to the studio and introduce me to certain people. So when I get back, when I get on, I think I owe it to my friends. My friends have to be in the game. And Jammies wasn't.
And setting up his own Scare Them production company and Priceless Records label. During the 1990s, Pryce voiced for several producers and labels in Jamaica. At about this time, he became known in the USA and in Europe, recording with such artists as Busta Rhymes, No Doubt, Master Killer, The Fugees, Wyclef Jean, Mobb Deep, Capone and Noriega, Swiss Beats, and AZ. In 1996, Bounty Killer released its defining statement, the 20-track double album My Experience, featuring several past hits as well as a plethora of new material. My Experience also boasted guest spots for veteran reggae stars like Barrington Levy and Dennis Brown. The single Hip Hop Opera made the American charts, and the album sold well amid strong reviews, reaching the top 30 of the R&B chart and ranking as one of the best-selling reggae albums of the year in the US. Bounty Killer followed it up with the British release Ghetto Grammar in 1997 and spent some time recording with producer Jay Was. Bounty Killer's Deadly Zone was featured as on the soundtrack of the Blade movie and made the top 10 on the rap singles charts in America.
Who reigned the artist in dancehall in Jamaica from 1991 till now? What is his name? Name him.
Bounty Killer decided to make a cover version of Rose Royce's hit single Love Don't Live Here Anymore. The song made a huge success in the Caribbean and the US. It was also featured in She's So Lovely, which is a Sean Penn film. Pryce has expressed disdain for popular rap, which he calls embarrassing to reggae, even while collaborating with the Wu-Tang Clan, Mobb Deep and other he considers hardcore. In late 2001, Bounty Killer made a prominent guest appearance on No Doubt International smash Hey Baby, appearing in the video and performing with the group during the 2002 Super Bowl pre-game show. The video inadvertently caused some embarrassment for him back in Jamaica. However, the intensely homophobic dancehall community picked up on the fact that one of its nightclub scenes showed a nude man and his rivals had a field day.
We did young one time and I just said Bounty Killer and beat him and Bounty Killer helped me. You see me?
For his next project, the 2-volume Ghetto Dictionary set, issued separately and simultaneously in early 2002, Ghetto Dictionary The Art of War and Ghetto Dictionary The Mystery mixed mostly new material with a few past singles and were firmly in the raw hardcore dancehall style that had made his name.
Tell me about Bounty Killer, man!
Bounty Killer is my brother.
Yeah!
My bigger brother. I look up to Bounty Killer since I was in school.
You know, since I was a kid, you know.
Both sold well among reggae audiences. The Mystery was nominated for a Grammy for the Best Reggae Album. Later in 2002, Bounty Killer appeared on hip-hop producer Swiss Beats' solo debut, Ghetto Stories, specifically on the single Guilty. In 2006, he signed with VP Records and released the compilation album Nana Mercy and the Warlord Scrolls in 2006. Before we proceed, smash the like button to pieces. Leave a comment, please share the life out of this video. Feel free to subscribe for more content. Remember to turn on your notification so as to never miss another video.
Let's do it.
Much of Bounty Killer's lyrical content is shaped by his poor and violent upbringing. He was born into poverty and used to sell figurines on the streets of Kingston before becoming a star. He has 4 children, 3 boys and 1 girl. His music was fierce and inspirational because of how powerful its lyrics were. Since Bounty Killer had been a victim of tribal wars in Jamaica at the age of 14, his music is such that it is reflective of the harsh reality of his life and of the conditions that he had to live in.
No disrespect to the police, them, you know. Because them do a hard job of mobbing the youth. Me not like how the crime rate rise on ya. Who no for relax, Rasta. Be your old woman and be your old piggy. Yo, the woman and the piggy, them don't do nothing. You listen, man, calm down. That now put you in the way. This bag of hype. Galtigo Bay is a nice place. Tourists love this part of the island. And that's, listen me, all of the dads them gonna preach now runway, you know. I tourists resort and the entertainment thing, I make the money running, you know. Listen me, when I don't mash up on paradise, yeah? Me love you know. I mean, no one rate me. But listen me, I love something where I go and boy, man.
Other songs promoted free thinking and the need for an overhaul of corruption. Due to this, some of these songs were banned. Pryce stood by his people and his beliefs by using his music to convey a message or messages that many can relate to. He has blatantly referred to rap as an insult to reggae.
The artist, the one artist, if you could work with one Jamaican artist, who would that be? And why?
Bounty Killer.
Bounty Killer.
Yeah. Bounty is...
Pryce has been quite controversial because of his lyrics and music which infuriated many people belonging to the LGBT community. An LGBT magazine petitioned for his arrest as the lyrics promoted violence against the community. He later returned though and performed and sang uncensored lyrics without any allegations of that sort that he was accused of initially. Down the years, he has had several run-ins with the law, especially as it relates to domestic violence. He has remained controversial and edgy, but has matured as an artist and a person. He is the founder of the Scare Them crew and the dancehall collective, The Alliance, which has helped young artists to reach stardom like Vybz Kartel, Elephant Man, Movado, Busy Signal, and Didone, among other artists in Jamaica. Whether you know him as Rodney, Bounty, Killer, the Poor People Governor, Warlord, the 5-star General, or Ground God, he is a living legend and the most influential dancehall DJ in the history of the genre.
Me want be like Killer, want pray like Killer, me no care about me like Killer. Want bust you like Killer, talk choke like Killer, and me full black suit like Killer. Want be a boss like Killer, with class like Killer, can't this come across like Killer. And they along like Killer, voice strong like Killer. If you this boom bang like Killer, when me do straight, so me do it like Killer. Fans them say my voice straight like Killer. See views say if it speak like Killer, cause people are suffer and them say it like Killer. Female general straight like Killer. Sing some song where them rate like Killer. One day me I great like Killer, put food pan poor people plate like Killer.
Thank you for watching the video. Drop a like and a comment down below and consider subscribing if you haven't done so as yet. Until next time, walk good.